Hi everyone, welcome on board to Helper.tv.
So, recently, the story of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, known as Amoda Shongolere, it came out and a lot of people reacted to this and they said that, oh, this is coming out because of his presidential ambition. It could be, and it could be not. But whatever it is, like I said during my initial analysis, and also I presented to you what Gist Lover claimed is legit. Well, we all know that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not Bola Ahmed Tinubu like blood, but anybody can be adopted. There are circumstances in life that kind of place us where we never expected. Now, I spoke about Emoney. It's called a maker, and to a lot of people, it's just that big boy there who has a lot of money. But like I was saying in my previous analysis, Jagaban met Emoney. According to Gist Lover, Emoney was just a young chap hustling on the street of Olodi Apapa, the container business, the clearing and forwarding. He was a freight agent. His name is Okonkwo Emeka. Let us ask ourselves, how did Emoney all of a sudden come into this obscene money? I mean, it's not as if the money is so great and big like Dangote and the rest of great criminals and rich people that we know in Nigeria or even in Africa. No, it's not as if Emoney has more than some people in Anambra State or let's just say in general, southeast of Nigeria. What am I trying to say to you in essence? Emoney said when he was questioned, when he was asked, how did you come about this money all of a sudden after his wedding? How did you come about this? Emoney said he received a phone call. I will not forget. This is not a made-up story now. This is not Gist Lover. When Emoney came into limelight, he started attending parties. He was spraying money. He was using this gun spray machine to spray money. He was doing all of these things, going to Shina Pella's club. He was all over the Yoruba people, all over the parties, that just name it. It was all over the place. Now, I'm not saying that God cannot bless you. In fact, you might be connected to certain individuals who are involved in certain things for you to reap what they worked for. It could be this life is just mysterious, but then we still need to bring it out to you, and it is not left for you to decide the moral aspect of it and etc. So Emoney said that on his way back from the wedding that he had in his village, his own wedding, he said he received a phone call that changed his life. This is what Emoney said. He didn't mention who. And when he said it many years back then, I was like, wow. Everyone will always pray for, oh God, connect me to my helper. That kind of prayer. Connect me to my helper. Your helper can come from, any angle. But unfortunately, if your helper come as a ritualist and they transfer to you, you know that you are going to continue because there is a spirit involved. So, Emoney said, I received a phone call after my wedding on my way back to Lagos. And that call changed my life. And today, I believe that Emoney actually received that phone call. Now, when we are connecting dots together, we want to do due diligence. Now, all of these things, there are a lot of people, in fact, there's a dichotomy. A lot of people are divided on sides on this. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm going to continue with what Gist Lover wrote. Gist Lover said that Okonkwo Emeka was a freight agent. He was then living at Emoney Street, Olodi Apapa. Amada first met him on duty at Apapa then. He is one of those boys he will tip in those days. Now, being a man who is spiritually fortified and physically fortified. The physical aspect is not that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is so physically strong in those days, or he can beat 10 people at the same time. No, but he worked with Madam Tinubu. And of course, you cannot be with that kind of woman who was into politics. And if you look at the background of this Tinubu, the madam in Lagos Island, you can't just get to, it's like you can't just get certain things working for you, functioning for you, without yourself spiritually fortified. Yes, it is the truth. And according to Gislova, if he is involved in pushing, cocaine, drugs, whatever, from Nigeria to US, UK, right, left, and center, all over the place, he can't just do these things just like that. There are a lot of things connected to successfully doing that kind of business until something happened somehow, and maybe you get busted and you're like, the Baba that did this thing, what not happened? Oh, they say this thing happened. Because these things are not forever. There is always something that will happen. So, Gislova said, being that he's spiritually fortified, physically fortified, like Obasanjo. Well, we all know that majority of our politicians will always look for, even you that is not, that you don't have all of these criminal assets, loot, that many of these people have stolen over time. You might want to call one prophet, one imam, one this, one that. Many of these people do these things. And in fact, there is one prophet that claimed that he went visiting Obasanjo. Obasanjo left them and went inside to speak to some Alawo. Those are the ones who put on white up and down, not white garment, but those ones in the traditional practice. Anyway, being a man that is spiritually fortified, let me continue. Like Obasanjo, Tinubu, according to Gislova, often checks his own personal oracle, not calling somebody. He does it himself. Before Mogaji, his boss, adopted mother, died, she made sure she took him around the world for fortifications in such a way that no one can challenge him. That's why he called himself the Jagaban. Even when NSAS said, they say he's the Jagaban. Who? He has drank the water from the moon to the sun to the cloud and everywhere. Who are you people? She made sure she took him all over the world. In fact, you can see the picture of Bola Ahmed Tinubu kissing the woman there. That kiss is not for romantic. It is power transfer. That is what people are saying. So, on seeing Emoney, he saw a young desperate boy, Omoyibo, as they often say, who can be his tool. He started tipping him, making sure he's the one in charge of all his luggage before he finally brings him in. He did the same loyalty test to find out if this guy will be responsible to him or not. He made sure his cartel was well balanced, running before he goes after the power. He just didn't go after the power. His target is to have all 36 states under his palm. And that was how Godfatherism started. Gislova said you should run your research on drug bust in Nigeria. You will never see any major bust on cocaine unless it is weed, pills, or whatever it is. Apart from independent traffickers caught at the airports or independent drug cartels running on smaller scales in Nigeria. Amoda runs a very strong drug chain in Africa and Nigeria for ages now. Political money now like chicken change compared to drugs money, and him being in politics is just a cover to cover his tail. Embezzle more money, have Nigeria in his palm, and gain more power control. It was easy for him to keep everyone in his chains because running a drug cartel gives you the means to know all the bad people you need, and that's exactly how you win elections. Also in Nigeria, hired assassin, tout, etc. Emoney graduated from being an apprentice to become Amoda's favorite. He is the one in charge of Amoda's drug businesses and has always been untouchable from day one. All importation or export goes through him. Them know they search Emoney container or always VIP clearance. You always see Amoda and Emoney together except on rare occasion. Now, NDLEA have a lot of questions to answer. How they were paid to make a popular drug baron assistant as their anti-drug ambassador. This is coming from Gislova, and he promised to bring more on Sheikh Tinubu and the man who contested Lagos State governorship election during Fashola's time, Williams, and what happened to him and all of that. I'm going to keep you guys posted. But this one that we have on our hands, let us chew it. What are your thoughts? Don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so. The red notification icon is very important. Please do tap on it.
I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel, and if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded.